Hey guys, Games for Life here, and this is Astroneer's Megatech DLC. Last time I got the DLS launcher and also the museum and the biodome. Now it's time to get the Intermodal Terminal for interplanetary automation and the Orbital Platform so that we can have a base in space surrounding an asteroid. If that sounds exciting, it's probably because it is. Here's the museum that I did last time. We are donating power. I've donated 800,000 units of power, and here we are donating bytes. We are at almost 1.5 million bytes donated. Here on these other sides we'll need to donate resources and seeds, and the way we'll get those seeds is through the biodome. So far my biodome isn't automated, it's only a stage 1 biodome, so I have to do everything manually in here, and you can see I'm not doing a great job at it. All my plants are dead, but we do have brand new plants. These weren't a thing before, they just released with the Megatech DLC, so I'm really excited about that. I'll just replant some of them. You really can't take your eyes off them because they die so quick, but you can see here we've got all sorts of new plants. These are all part of the DLC. Most of these mega structures actually have more stages, and you build them through this drone that actually goes and builds it. And the biodome has 3 stages, so I have the stage 1 already, but I need the stage 2 and the stage 3. Then we'll be able to add extra modules on top of it, and that will make it automated and much more valuable. The museum also has 2 stages. This is just stage 1, but we can do the same thing here and upgrade it to a stage 2. Apart from that, once we donate enough seeds and resources, we'll have this, which is a megastructure component printer. From there we'll be able to build walkways that go around here, and we'll have display cases and all of that, because this will be a real museum. So until all of that happens, let's focus on the task at hand and load this construction anchor into the DLS launcher. Orbital Platform construction anchor, okay, we've got that too. So we've got the orbital platform right here. Do we build it like this? Isn't it in space? What's going on? I'm not sure. So we should be able to request that intermodal terminal. Actually, that's gonna have trains connected to it, so we need it to have some space. Get it? Space, because it's automation in space. I'm funny. Alright, I've got a little area flattened, so let's go ahead and expand this. Where's the button? Right there. So I hope we'll get what we needed. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do to get the intermodal terminal. I just want to have it right there, and we'll expand it in the future when we get more rails connected to it. But I guess I'll need 2. I can't do anything with just one of them. I need one on one planet and one on another. The construction anchor landing pad, yes. So we'll need all of these on here. I hope I brought the right resources. Yeah, I did. And then I can activate this. That's gonna close and it's gonna print one of those pads that we need to get the construction anchor, and there it is right there. Let's go ahead and grab it. I just need to take this old one out of the way, expand this, and does it work now? Doesn't look like it works, to be honest. So can't I just like load that? I guess that's loaded, and now I should be able to just call it. Okay, it was probably just a small bug there that didn't work, but now we should get it, and there it is. So yeah, we have the intermodal terminal. That's exactly what I needed. Let's get rid of these pads. This is gonna be pretty big. I don't know if we want it right here. Yeah, that will kind of destroy the base, because this needs to be connected to rails and all of that. So we could do it somewhere on this side. That way we can also see it from the base, and we can have the rails just going off to the sides. Let's examine, and then we can start building it. Okay, now it's drilling into the ground, and we got it. This is the platform where we can build it. We'll need power to this too, but let's see. 150 resin, 30 aluminum, 30 ceramic, 15 steel, and 5 titanium alloy. That sounds good. Now I need to get all these resources, load them up on this platform, also connect everything to power, so I'll need a bunch of extenders because this is pretty far away. Or I could just have a battery on it, you know. I'll just connect it to power right now. It shouldn't take too long anyway. I've already started getting some materials. We've got the resin and the ceramic already being produced, but we'll need a lot more soil to finish those. The resin goes into the large resource canister. We just need 150 of it, and then I need another canister for this. So there we go. We'll just have all the ceramic in here. That's gonna be 30, so just 30 ceramic. That's not hard at all. And then 15 steel, 5 titanium alloy, and 30 aluminum. I already started getting some laterite here. Let's keep on doing that. It's automatically smelted by the portable smelters into aluminum and stored in there, so we just need 30 of that. That's pretty easy. And then let's get started on the 5 titanium alloy that we need. So that's gonna be titanium, graphene and nitrogen. So for the graphene we'll need graphite and hydrazine. Luckily I have a lot of hydrazine right here. I just used some astronium to trade for it. We could also get a hydrazine farm if we want to. I think I have one of those on Calidor probably. And here we have the graphite too. We should get our 5 graphene and then it will be easy to just turn it into 5 titanium alloy. It doesn't look like I have enough titanium though, so I should get some titanite too. I just stopped this soil centrifuge. We've got enough ceramic already. Let's also send this for more laterite. There we go. We should also have enough titanium right here, and we kind of ran out of scrap there. I'll go grab some more. We've got multiple scrap farms going at the same time in the base, so scrap really shouldn't be an issue. But as soon as we get the Intermodal Terminal 2, we'll be able to just send scrap across all of the planets and do whatever we need. And I don't know why, but I disassembled this scrap farm from here. I guess I just didn't want to get any more soil. But we still have this one that should be working, I guess. The big scrap farm is upstairs. That's like right there somewhere. It turns astronium into scrap and we get infinite astronium from the core layer. So that's the one that actually matters. And we've got the 5 titanium alloy too, so that's great. Now we need 15 steel, so that's gonna be iron, carbon and argon. I just need some more carbon. I'll take it from there. We have a lot of it. We've got peppers and plants and all of that, so we basically have infinite organic and infinite carbon. That comes in handy, especially since it looks like we're using them in a lot of recipes here. So there we go. That's the argon, and now we should get that 15 steel in no time. Let's take a look at the resin. We've got 125, but we do have some extra resin in the back here, so I'll just empty it in there because I don't feel like taking the rover and gathering soil right now. I'll have to do it later obviously, but I'll just procrastinate it for now. So we'll get 150 resin in here, and with the steel that should be all, I think. I guess the ramp leading up to this just leads under the base there, so I'll have to get that fixed and make it go into the base. I just kept building things over the years through different updates and events, and I guess that's just what happens when you do all of that. So we'll have our 5 titanium alloy right there. Then we'll have the 150 resin, the ceramic, the aluminum too, and then let's see, yeah, the last thing we need is the 15 steel, which should be almost ready back in the base. And this should be the last ingredient for the intermodal terminal. Then we can see exactly how it works, go through all the menus, and I still think I need it on 2 different planets in order for it to work, but I guess we'll just see. So here we go. That's all the steel on it right there. Now I should be able to turn it on, and yes, we've got all the materials. So there goes the drone, and this should start just crafting it. Well, I wanted to do a time-lapse of this, but it would take the whole video. Why is this going so slow? The other ones were pretty fast. I did a time-lapse for the other ones, but this is gonna be like a 10-minute time-lapse if I keep it on like that. What's going on? Is this even going up? I'm not even sure that's going up. So I wonder if it's just a thing that I don't see it visually going up on this, or does it actually not do anything? I guess I'll just leave it do its thing and then I'll come back later and see what happened. Can I stop it? Yes, I can. Can I turn it on again? Okay, it just had to come back and now it's going again. Okay, so it stops at about the same place as last time. You saw that it went up and then stopped. Usually it just keeps on going until it's up there and then you've got the thing. If it really is a bug that I can't get rid of, then I'm sure the devs will just fix it with a patch later. I am still playing within the first 24 hours after the release of the DLC, so these things sometimes happen at launch. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I don't know what's happening with that thing up there. It's still not crafting. I guess it's just a bug. I hope it will go away. I do have materials for another request platform like these things. I don't know if I need more, but I'll just leave them there. And it looks like this scrap farm is also working, so that's great. We're gonna get more scrap from that. And I guess I'll just go to the next mega structure, which is the orbital platform. We've got this thing right here. This is the construction anchor. I'll put this a little bit further away from the base. I'm guessing we'll build it here, but this won't be on the planet. This will actually be in space, and it should also be huge. So I'll just put this right here. I should be able to just turn it on now. And now this thing should drill down and create that platform where we need to place all the materials. There it goes. Now let's see what we need for this. I also completed the mission, but I imagine this is gonna be a lot of resources. Oh, and it's different stages too. Stage 2, stage 3. Alright, so for stage 1, we'll need 250 resin, 50 aluminum alloy, 50 titanium, 20 steel and 10 silicon. Well, that's actually not so bad. For stage 2, we'll need compound aluminum, copper, titanium alloy, exochip. not bad at all. And for stage 3, compound steel astronium nanocarbon alloy exochip. Okay, so stage 3 is gonna be a little bit bigger. We'll need 75 steel and 20 nanocarbon alloy. The 30 astronium isn't a problem, but yeah, there's gonna be a lot more things to build there. But let's just start with the stage 1. The first thing I need is resin, so I'll get started on that right away, but first I just want to connect this to power. So I'll just throw this platform in right here. That can still connect through that, and then this can go into the side of it. Now we've got power over there, we just need the resources. And I should also take back some of these that we haven't used in here, like the extra ammonium, the glass, and all the other things that we have on each mega structure. All of these plants are dead, by the way. I'll come back to collect the seeds and then do some more work in the biodome. Obviously I don't have enough soil in here, but I'll get started with what I have. This will be on repeat for resin, and I need one of those big canisters. We've got one with organic there, but I had some empty ones here as well. So now we've got this for the resin right there. I can empty this one into it. We'll need 250 resin, so that's a lot of it. And that means we'll need a lot more soil. So I'd better get the soil canisters and we'll fill everything up with soil. We'll also need a bunch of titanium, so I guess I'll just use my automated trade platform for that. I'll take the ammonium out of it. I'll turn on the portable smelters. So titanite needs 2 scrap for 1 titanium. We'll send 8 scrap at a time. There we go. And now I can just turn all of these on. And as soon as this gets filled up with scrap, it will launch on its own because of the counter. This little thing is counting how much scrap is actually on the trade platform, and when it reaches 8, the count is going to be complete and the trade platform will launch. Then it will come back with the titanites to get smelted into titanium. So that's how that works. We'll get a bunch of titanium from it, and then we also need aluminum and copper. So while that's getting the titanium on its own, I'll get the aluminum and the copper manually right here. I'm back with all the soil, so it should be pretty easy to get all that resin that we need now. I also need to do this for the titanium. I'll just have it like that. The platform should launch again, and now that we've got one smelted, we can put it in there, and then we'll collect all the titanium that we need just like that. I'll have these in here to provide soil for the resin. And then this one can be on the other side. We're still not making anything with that, but then we'll also need 20 steel and 10 silicon. So we don't have 10 quartz. We'll need 1 extra. Oh, we have some in the back, so that's great. There's 10 right there. So 10 quartz, 10 resin. And what else do we need for silicon? Methane, just like that. And then the methane, we'll just need 10 methane. That's great. I'll put that to the side there. And now we'll get the 10 silicon that we need. For the steel, I need 20 steel, so I need more iron. And then I also need more aluminum and more copper for the aluminum alloy. So there we go. We actually don't have as much scrap as I thought on this side. It is stopped right now, but now I just have to turn off these auto arms. Then I can just take these off. And I'll put in these, which should start gathering all the scrap. Okay, now that that's done, I can turn on these auto arms again. And now the farm should be back on. We are turning all of this astronium into scrap. And yes, because I would actually need more shredders, some of these will just drop to the ground, but I can always collect them later or just leave them there. But we will get a lot more scrap. That's gonna help me to get the resources that we need for the orbital platform. And not just the stage 1, but everything that we are gonna do with it. This astronium/scrap farm is the best thing that I've ever built in Astroneer. It has helped me through so many events and updates. I can't even count how many times I've used that. So if you're struggling with getting scrap, I really recommend getting one of those in your base. And I just realized I do have 2 more of these automated trade platforms right here. I could just connect them to power and have them get me the other resources that I need. But for right now, I don't need that many resources, so it's alright. I'll just do the aluminum and the copper manually. We've got all the silicon that we need, so that's 10 silicon right there. I also have a bunch of compound and aluminum to start crafting the aluminum alloy. And I'll just need a canister to collect all of that. There we go, we've got the first one, so I can place it inside of this. And now it's all going to be collected in there. So we're gonna craft as much as we can from those, and when they are done, I'm gonna replace them with these 2. The resin is at 176 already, so this soil should be more than enough to get us all the way to 250 resin, which means we'll get the orbital platform in no time. Also, just checking on the museum, it looks like we've already donated 1.2 million units of power and also 2.3 million bytes. I think that's amazing. We're gonna get some really big numbers out there, but I also need to feed in some seeds and and resources to access the extra museum modules. So for that I'll need to automate more of the biodome. I just want to quickly check what's needed for a stage 2 biodome. So 150 resin, 25 graphene, 30 aluminum alloy, 150 glass and 160 nitrogen. Alright, I think I can get that. The titanium is also almost ready. We've got 33 plus another 9. That should be 42 already. We just need 8 more and that's 50. Then on here let's get more laterite. Here we'll get more hematite. There we go. And on this side I need to get this started on some quartz. And we need 150 glass, so I think 4 of these resource canisters should be enough for that. So we'll collect all the glass in here. Actually I think that's more like 130, so we'll need an extra one. And look at this, we already have 25 aluminum alloy, we just need 25 more. We finally have all the aluminum alloy that we need. I'll just load it up in the rover in a second now. And we should get started on that steel. Maybe I should also build a dedicated steel farm because we need it a lot of the time in here. This is already on repeat, so we're gonna get the steel from there. We've got the silicone, we've got the aluminum alloy. Here I'm just getting some extra copper because maybe we'll need it for other things. And then on this side we should already have all the titanium that we need. We'll also get the steel pretty soon, and the resin is looking very good. We're at 328. We only need 250 for the orbital platform, but I'm gonna get more so that we can also have some for the biodome stage 2. Right now I'll just take the resources that we already have and I'll place them in the printer platform, and we've got all the resources that we needed. Actually that's just 49 titanium. I think it doesn't see the one on top, so I'll move it there. Now does it see it? Yeah, now it's 50 titanium, so there we go. Aluminum alloy 49, oh yeah, one on top. Just move it there. Okay, I don't know why they don't see the ones that are on top, but anyway, we're just missing the resin and the steel, which should be done any minute now. All the steel is done, so we've got 20 steel right there. And the resin is backed up. We've got more than 400 resin right here. I'll just stop this. We don't need any more resin right now. And I'll just deposit the remaining one on this other side. And that means we already have the resin and the glass for the stage 2 biodome. We just need some of the other materials. But right now I'm focusing on the orbital platform. Let's activate this. And we have all the materials for the stage 1 orbital platform. We've got power, so there it goes. It started crafting it. And let's hope this works, because that up there still isn't crafted even hours later. So I just hope that's not the case with this. While that's doing its thing, I'll get started with the resources that we need for the stage 2 biodome. We already have the resin and the glass, so all that's left is the graphene, aluminum alloy and nitrogen. And I'll set this to do more graphite, so there we go. I'll have this on here, and graphite actually uses a lot of soil to craft. From 2 canisters of soil you get just 2 graphite, while you can get 8 resin from the same canisters. And on this side I was getting more copper. I will need that for the aluminum alloy, which requires aluminum and copper. I need 30 of that. So I'll also go ahead and get more scrap so that we can have the copper on this side and the aluminum on this. Then we'll have it all turned into aluminum alloy. The graphite is ready, so I can get started on that graphene. Here it goes. I'll set it on repeat and turn it on. We should get all the graphene from there. Then I've got copper right here. I'm waiting for some extra aluminum, which I'm getting from this side. And we are gathering more copper too, because I'm sure we'll need it in the future. The glass is also done. Oh, the graphite, I need to stop that. So just stop the graphite, stop the glass. The graphene is going pretty good. We already have 11 of that, and it looks like we're gonna have enough aluminum for the aluminum alloy too. Okay, so here's what happened. I've been at it for like an hour. I restarted my PC, I even uninstalled and reinstalled the game again, and the issue wasn't fixed. I could not get the intermodal terminal and the orbital platform to craft. So I went on Discord and the staff there helped me a lot. Apparently there was a hot fix yesterday that changed it a little bit. Yesterday I was able to build the biodome and the museum, and it all worked normal. But from today you actually have to set the canisters on output in order for them to work. So that was my issue. I just didn't have them set to output. I just didn't know. I built both the museum and the biodome without having them set to output, so I wasn't expecting that to be a thing, but apparently it is. A huge thank you to the moderators on the Astroneer Discord server. They really saved me with this. So this is all I have to do, just set everything to output and then it should work. It tells me I'm missing some resources, but I'm definitely not. So let's try this again. Okay, now I have all the resources, but I need to just set things to output. So there we go. go. Now I don't have all the resources, so it doesn't count the ones that are outputted. But let's turn this on, and now it shouldn't really work. But then if I place them on output, does it work then? I don't know, I hope so. Anyway, I searched for all the possible things to fix it, and I finally found the right one. Thank you for that. Now this should work, hopefully. But until that's done, let's go ahead and check out the Intermodal Terminal. So here's the Intermodal Terminal. We've got some of these large fluid and soil canisters. Then we've got 3 different train stations where we can have trains, and 3 different shuttle bays, A, B, and C. So let's go into one of these screens. This is the landing pad A. So shuttle loading mode, we can have it on unload shuttle or load shuttle, depending on if we want to receive things here or send them to other planets. Then shuttle automation mode, manual launch, automatic launch, or recall shuttle. So I'll probably use the automatic launch to have full automation. And then I can have the planets where I want it to go to, and I can only have them on Glacier right now because I don't have this intermodal terminal on other planets. So as soon as I have this on at least 2 planets, then we can send things in between. But if I want this on 2 planets, that means I'll have to build another one, and to build another one I'll probably need another one of these. Or does this work on other planets too? I just checked to see what kind of resources I need for an intermodal terminal. I took screenshots of everything so I know the resources, but I'll try to get all of those on a shuttle if they actually fit on a single shuttle, I don't know. And we'll go to a different planet, build an intermodal terminal there, and then we'll be able to send things in between the planets. I'm so excited for this. This is gonna be great. But let's also check on the orbital platform, see how it's doing. Oh, I think it's crafting. It's almost done. That's great. And yeah, we've got just this little thing to finish up here. But why is that? Why did this stop? It's stopped here. Is it stuck? I'm just trying to help it out. I don't know what that's about. Don't we have the resources that we need? I mean, we have everything. It took everything, so why is this not done? I don't know, but I'm glad that the intermodal terminal, at least, that's done. Now we got rid of an issue with this and we are experiencing another. I'm scared to cancel it. Maybe I'll lose the resources. I don't know. Okay, so it was that silicone, it was stuck in the canister, but now we have it, and it just crafted a package here, Orbital Platform Stage 1 package. A packaged portion of the orbital platform, loaded into the DLS to be launched into space where it automatically deploys. So I guess we just load it up in here, and then we press this. Oh, alright. Now what? Select the planet I want it to be around. Well, I want it to be around Glacier. So let's see. Oh, it just launched it. That was cool. And we completed the quest. Whoa. Whoa, this is cool now. This is so cool. And we've got an asteroid in the middle. I was expecting this to be very cool, but I was not expecting a full-on animation of it. So now do I just take a shuttle and go there? This is so exciting, by the way. Let's see the missions we completed and claim the rewards. We've got some large resource canisters there, medium shuttle, rail posts, a large shuttle, and then also a cosmetic, the Cosmopolitan. Let's check that out. Cosmopolitan palette. Why can't I see my character here? I don't know. So that's a new palette. I think I'll wear it for the rest of this video. It looks nice, so why not? And we got a bunch of shuttles here. And yes, I can just select it from the shuttle. So let's go to the orbital platform, see what it looks like. Oh, this is nice. Now, do we have a dedicated landing spot, or can we just land wherever we want? How does this work? Oh, we have 4 landing spots, so I'll just choose a random one. So here we are. Okay, can we automate shuttles from here too? Well, we've got power things right there. Okay, what's this? It's a big screen. Mega Mini Asteroid Simulator Control Panel. Operates the Mega Mini Asteroid Simulator. The control panel contains various options to change or regenerate the Mega Mini Asteroid into various shapes. So we can choose different things. We have the sphere, flat platform, donut, compound, resin, asteroid, and asteroid field. Let's do the resin. This is the one that we've seen in some images. Oh, and we've got a full-on animation for this. Well, it's more like a loading screen, but still. Now I just want to take a couple seconds to talk about NordVPN. I want to be fully transparent with you. I joined their partnership program, so if you get any NordVPN plan from the link in the description or the card on screen, I will get a percentage out of it. You've probably heard this before, but NordVPN offers safe connections through worldwide servers, and their services also include the fastest VPN. That means you can access content that is otherwise not available in your country at top speeds. NordVPN also enhances your privacy and security from surveillance, cyber threats, and dangerous Wi-Fi networks. Depending on the plan you choose, you can get anything from an ad blocker, malware protection, 1 terabyte of cloud storage, a password manager, or even a personal data remover tool. For a 2-year plan, it starts from just $3 per month, and you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee with any plan, so if you don't like it, you'll get all your money back. So join millions of other people for a safer and more customizable internet experience with NordVPN. If you'd like to support my channel, check the link in the description or the card on screen to get the most value with the least effort. You'll support my channel and enjoy the perks of NordVPN. Thanks for listening to that, and now let's get back to the video. Oh, look at that, we've got a huge resin right there. Can I jump into this? What happens if I don't know if I want to try that, at least not yet. But this looks so cool. We've got a huge resin, and can I change it however many times I want? Let's do it a compound next. And now we've got a huge compound in the middle here. That looks so cool. I just want to check out all the different things this has. So let's do the donut next. And here we go, we've got a huge donut. Can I jump on there? I don't know, maybe I need something like a jetpack to get on it. Oh, I just fell. I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm really falling. I'm falling all the way to Glacio. Oh no, I'm back here now. Okay, so I didn't die. It just respawned me back here. I have all the things in my backpack still. So that's a huge donut. Alright, that's cool. So we have these things. I'll have to bring power items here and build a space base. That's exciting. And then what's this? There's like a screen on here. Need fuel. Okay, do I need to like put fuel on here? Does it need hydrogen? And what does it do when it has the fuel? Does it start mining the asteroid? That's cool. Okay, we'll definitely need some hydrogen automation. But right now I just want to see, let's see the sphere. I guess it will just be around the asteroid. Oh yeah, that's definitely a sphere. It's perfectly round. That's cool. Can I change the color of this? I guess I could paint it. Let's do the flat platform next. And here it is. The flat platform. Okay, so I can build base stuff right on the asteroid. That's so cool. We've got perfectly flat space right here. I think we'll be able to do a lot more things when we have the stage 2 and the stage 3. Keep in mind, this is just the stage 1 for the orbital platform, so there's a lot of things in here. There are 2 different asteroids. I think this is the one I had before. Let's try the other one. And this is what the other one looks. It's pretty similar to the first one we had. And then we've got the asteroid field. Let's check this out too. Oh, that's an asteroid field, all right. That looks weird. What's happening? Well, for now I'll just have the resin. I think that looks really good. Also, if I didn't say this before, I absolutely love the Astroneer Megatech DLC. This is great. I'm back in the base and I just crafted some of this XL Platform C. I'm gonna use these on the orbital platform to build the base there. We've got the glass done. I think we should have more resin out there somewhere. And then I also need to do some aluminum alloy. So I've got aluminum and copper right here. I just need another thing before I forget. I'll turn the aluminum alloy on. I'll have one in here and then we'll gather all of it. By the way, the graphene is done. We've got 25 graphene, which is what we needed, I think, for the biodome. Forgive me for forgetting some of these things, but it is another day. Yeah, so I did need it for the biodome stage 2. We've got the glass. And then I just need 160 nitrogen. Let's see how much is in one of these canisters. Oh, it's exactly 160, so we'll need some extra nitrogen. I think I have some on Aatrox. I'm just making a quick trip with some more items, and I love the fact that you can see the orbital platform from space. It's right there, and we've got it set to the resin, which you can really see from the oh, we got through the resin. Technically, a resin is also a donut because it has a hole going through all of it in the middle. Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. Yeah, but I just noticed something. The thing that's on here isn't the symbol for hydrogen. I think it's the symbol for ammonium. This right here. Okay, it's not ammonium. It's actually astronium. Yeah, that's the symbol. That's astronium. All right, we've got a lot of astronium, so I'll just bring a big canister filled with it here. Also, we should be able to do something here, but maybe that's for the later stages of this. This is just stage 1. Then I've got a large printer, a medium one, and a small one too. I brought some QTRTGs as well, because why not? And I already have a buggy here. It's over on that side, because this thing is pretty big, to be honest. I guess, do we get solar power all the time or not? I'm not sure. but we've got no wind. I don't know if we'll ever get wind because this is in space. But I do have some more medium solar panels as well, and also I brought portable smelting furnaces. We'll definitely need those. And yes, we do have a lot more nitrogen here. Let's replace it with an empty one so that we are still gathering more. There we go. And then we've got a lot of methane. Maybe we'll want to change this. Helium, yeah, we could do helium because that's only on Aatrox. I don't have a spot for it to create it, so we'll just have it here for now. We'll get a couple helium at least. And now I can just take this nitrogen back to the base and start building the Biodome Stage 2. Now I have all the materials I need for the Biodome Stage 2, so I'll just throw them all right on here. And while I was sleeping, there's been another update. Now you no longer need to enable output on your canisters for it to work. Apparently there was another hotfix on top of the first hotfix, and now it changed that back. I thought it was pretty weird, so I'm glad they changed it back. So now let's get the Biodome Stage 2 crafting, and this should add a thing in the center and also a roof to it, I guess. Those should be the solar panels that we've seen in some trailers, so I'm really curious to see what everything looks like. And there it is. It took a while, but this was satisfying to watch, and now we can see the orbital platform in the background there. That's so cool. So let's see, what's this? We've got lights. I guess those are for the plants. And then we also have these solar panels. Oh, it's not all of them, so I guess we'll get all the solar panels, like the whole roof, just for the stage 3. But I guess the solar panels power these lights, and these should be better for the plants. I guess they grow faster, maybe. I mean, usually light does that to plants. So let's see. For the stage 3, we'll need more resin, rubber, plastic, and glass. Okay, we've already got the resin crafting, but then I wonder how we can build all the other extra modules that could attach to this. I think those will be even more interesting than this. But yeah, the stage 2 added the lights, so I'm guessing just faster growing plants probably. And we've got these missions tracked. We need a second intermodal terminal. Yes, that's what we're doing next. The Biodome Stage 3 and the light bloomer. Plant a seed in the biodome, harvest the plant before it wilts. Didn't I do this already? Oh no, this is for the Biodome Stage 2, alright. Did you know the Biodome Stage 2 unit comes equipped with a Mega Grow Light? Light is just one of the many resources that can help flora grow. If you're struggling to see results in your farming, remember, plants respond to light, polite conversation, and dancing. A happy plant is a harvest-ready plant. And then we'll get a cosmetic for that, so let's do that. Let's test the Stage 2 biodome. We've got some horn stock here. They are all dead because they didn't come back in quite a while. But then it also said that you could dance to the plants, so let's select a dance like this one. And do they grow faster if I do that, or am I just making a fool of myself right now? I'll let you guys decide. Let's just harvest some more of these. Fully grown in 9 seconds. So I guess, yeah, that's a lot faster, but these are also so much bigger. Were they all... Whoa, is this because of the light? Why are they so big? Why are these plants so big? Okay, so we completed that mission. This is a mega artichoke seed. Okay, so we've got different seeds for the types that become bigger. How did I get this seed? I think it was just a random reward from a normal seed. So we've got artichokes and then mega artichokes. That's cool. This is literally the size of a tree, and that one too. These are huge plants, but I need to harvest them before they die. Sometimes they give me more seeds, sometimes they don't, so I don't really know what that's all about. But the light in the middle works, so that's great, and I completed the mission, so I'll go back and collect all my rewards. So let's claim our rewards from right here. And we also got that cosmetic. I'm more excited about that, but we also got some platforms and stuff. That's good. And it's a new hat. It's under the sun. That looks cool. It's like a flower on my head. We also had Pardon Our Dust. We unlocked this for printing one of the mega structures, but I think I'll just have the Under the Sun one. Yeah, I'll wear this for now. I will eventually just go back to my usual outfit because I just like it more. But I'll wear these new ones if we unlock them, because why not? That looks cool. Now what are we doing? Yeah, we need another intermodal terminal, that's right. And also we need the Biodome Stage 3. I also want to upgrade the orbital platform though. And also up here I set up one of these large resource canisters to collect all the astronium because we'll need it for the orbital platform. I think we need to place a full one of these on either side, so that would be 800 astronium. We already have 235. I don't know what happens after you place all of that. I guess the things on the side start doing something, and probably we'll collect some resources. We've got more than enough resin. I'm also getting just the last of the glass that we need. I think that's already 50, but I'll leave it going for a little bit longer. And then we'll need 30 rubber and 30 plastic, so we'll get the rubber right here. That's resin and organic, pretty easy. And then for the plastic we'll need carbon and compound. Luckily I have some leftover compound right here, so I can grab that. And we should have carbon as well right in the back here. Then I'm just curious to see how do you build all the add-ons that go on top of the stage 3 biodome, not on top of it, but actually next to it, that would provide more automation for the plants. So that's what I really want to see, how that works. And also I want to fuel up the orbital platform. I think that would look cool once it's turned on. I've got all the materials we need right here, so I'll just go ahead and throw them all on this. Oh, we are missing a plastic. Are we missing a plastic? Yeah, it's 29. I don't know what happened there. I'm back with the last plastic, so now we should be able to build this, the Biodome Stage 3. And now I think we'll get all of the different solar panels, and also this thing, I think that's where we can craft the extra modules. This also looks like it's building something on the ground here, so I wonder what that is. And then I guess we'll just expand it this way, if this is where the crafter is. I'll have to flatten a lot more ground for the Biodome. And it's done, we've got it, the Biodome Stage 3, and this is a megastructure component printer. Okay, so we can build more things from here. Biodome expansion, I guess that just makes it bigger. Auto fertilizer, auto harvester, mega oxygenator, resource pod, auto planter. Okay, well, I'll want to get all of these eventually. That's gonna make this so automated. And what are these things that open up there? I'm not really sure, but these look interesting. We didn't have this before, so that's new. Push button produce. Print an auto harvester module and use it. Automation makes farming better than ever, and by printing the upgraded Biodome Stage 3 unit, you'll gain a whole new suite of set it and forget it options for all your plant related needs. Yeah, that's cool, and we'll get a melodic mushroom schematic and item once we complete this mission. That's gonna be cool, but let's actually use the Stage 3 as well. I don't know if this actually makes anything faster in here. I think it might have been just to unlock those add-on components that you can craft. But nevertheless, the Biodome is so cool. We can get a lot of upgrades, and I just realized I have a lot of hematite and graphite right outside the base, so I could feed them into the museum, because we need 5,000 resources to be fed into that. I think that's a good way to go. I'll just get some auto extractors, and we can get those materials all the way into the museum with some auto arms. Oh, and look at the museum. We've already donated 2.3 million units of power and 4.6 million bytes. That's awesome. We'll need 5,000 resources and 5,000 seeds on here as well. So for the seeds, I just want to automate that first, and then we'll unlock the component crafter for this. So the museum will also have different structures attached to it. But even before that, we could actually do the museum stage 2, so we'll need these resources right here. But I think I'll just leave the museum for later. There's other things that need my attention, like that orbital platform that requires a bunch of astronium. I'll just replace this here so that we can get more scrap. That's output disabled on all of them, so they should gather the scrap. Let me just turn on these auto arms. There we go. We'll use this for the automated trade platforms to get all the resources that we need for future upgrades, and then we should already have all the astronium that we needed. Any astronium that came in extra just went into that and created scrap, but now I'll actually remove this and put this here, so we'll get another one filled with astronium. So now I just need to take all of this astronium back to the orbital platform and fuel up those huge things on the side of it. So I'll put this on the shuttle, and let's also collect our rewards. We've got a medium resource canister, so I guess that's alright. Oh, it's actually 3 of them. That's great. And here it is. I think I'll just leave it set on resin for now. I wonder if changing that actually changes whatever these things do. I'm not sure, but I guess we'll find out. And here's the base that we've got so far right here. We'll need some more power things and also more storage. But now we do have a little bit more storage with these things, so I guess that's good. I also brought a lot of iron here. I'll get some resin, so that way we can craft as many platforms as we want, and I can really expand this base all the way around this. I think that would look pretty cool. Now let's just feed the astronium into this and see what happens. Here we are. Now let's just put it in there, and it should start taking it, I guess. Oh yeah, it's fueling up. We're at 1% already, so I guess that's gonna take a while to reach 100, but I'll be here when it does and we'll see what happens. So as soon as this reached 50%, it told me it's ready to launch, but I would like to have it all the way to 100 if we've got all that astronium. I'm not really sure if this fuels up both of them, because there's another one of these things on the other side. Okay, I made it to the other side, so let's take a look here, and yes, they are fueled at the same time. So that's great. I won't have to bring another canister full of astronium for this one, so it's enough just throwing everything in one of the sides and both will be fueled up. We should get to 100% in just a second, and we'll turn these things on. These are massive, by the way. Look at the size of that. And I guess they will just mine this asteroid in the middle. I don't know if the resin one will give us resin. I still don't know what's happening there. But let's actually try a different variant. The donut or the sphere. I think the sphere would look nice. Let's try the sphere. I think this looks better. And we'll turn this on, maybe break the sphere, mine the sphere. I'm not really sure what's going on. Yeah, you can deform the terrain here. So that means you would be able to also paint them. We can do a lot of things with this. We could do sculptures, paintings, all that stuff. And there it is. We've got a perfect sphere again. Let's see if it's fueled up all the way. And I think it is. Yes, that's at 100%. So let's go ahead and push this green button. So what happens now? Can I just move it to another planet? Is that what's going on? I don't want to move it. Is that what this is for? Oh, then can we only have one of them and then we move it between planets, or what's the thing? Well, let's try it. Let's just see. Maybe we'll get a cool animation. What if I move it to Calidor? Does it just literally go there? Oh yeah, it moves. Okay, so we can travel with this from planet to planet. Then I think we won't be able to have a different one on each planet, right? We would only have one that we can move. I guess so, but now it's orbiting Calidor. I don't know how that helps me in any way, but I guess it's cool that you can just move it around like that. And now if I launch up with the shuttle, I should see it around Calidor, right? And yes, it's orbiting Calidor now. I honestly thought these were going to do something different. I don't really know what I was expecting, maybe like mining the resource from the asteroid, probably. I think that's what I was expecting, but this is cool. It's cool that you can move it. Maybe we'll be able to mine resources only at a bigger stage, like stage 2 or stage 3. I don't know, but let's check this. Okay, so once you fuel it up, you can use it 2 times. It just consumes 50% of the fuel to move. So let's just move it back to Glacio then. Also, why is there a storm in space? Do you see that? Oh, it's down there. Alright, so let's go back to Glacio with this. And some of you will say this is a waste of 400 Astronium. I just had to test it once. I just wanted to see what it looks like. I don't think I'll move it in the future. I think it looks good on Glacio, because that's where my main base is. But hey, at least I tried. It did use 400 Astronium, but I'm getting a lot, so it doesn't really matter. I just have to say it again, I love these new mega structures from the Megatech DLC. Next time I'll try to get the modules for the Biodome and also upgrade the Orbital Platform. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of that, and like this video if you enjoyed it. I've been Games for Life, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, Astroneers!